Okay, in this video we're checking out another 5-inch FPV Freestyle frame from iFlight. This one's called the Vector. See all the carbon parts here. I'll show you that here in a second. Very nice as usual from iFlight. Of course they include the explosion diagram, a complete list of parts, screws and quantity of parts, etc. I'll show you some of those here as well. And then of course here's what the frame will look like. It's obviously a little bit disassembled here. 5mm arms. You got 4 individual arms. Sandwich plate on the bottom. This is the bottom plate, and I believe this is for a top mounted battery. You can see this little cage here, vertical side plates here, and then I got a top plate here. Looks like it's at an angle. I guess when I put it together we'll find out. But yeah, it looks like your typical 4 arms sandwich plate design. You got your press fit nuts there, and you got a camera cage area here. That looks like a little battery strap here in the front for maybe a GoPro. They didn't include usually they have like a TPU GoPro session like mount or something like that, but perhaps they're no longer doing that because the Session 5 is kind of going away. But you can see all the parts here. This one does look a little bit more complicated than usual. A lot more pieces, because you got instead of like one piece going through here for the side cage, there's actually 2 front and 2 in the back in the top plate, and then you have these 1, 2, 3 standoffs, the M3 26mm in the camera cage area, and you have a 2, looks like a 26 there for the back, and I think there's another one here somewhere. Yeah, there's a 2, and there's one here in the front, so 28. So yeah, a little bit complicated, but let me show you the carbon pieces. So you get 2 battery straps, some stickers. Here's all the carbon pieces. Then you have this. Looks like this is for some sort of silicone mat for a battery, but I think they may have included this by accident. This doesn't fit the top, and I'm not sure if this goes in the bottom either, so I'm not sure why this is included. This looks like something that came with like a bottom mounted frame or bottom mounted battery frame, so I'm not sure why that's in there. You got all your hardware on here on the side. You have long screws, standoffs. You got a bunch of the smaller screws and nuts, and then a bunch of these nylon spacers. That's for building your stack. So you got a whole bunch of those. Here what the arms look like. 5mm. Very nice, cut, clean. These were washed before they were sent out. No carbon fiber dust. And the arms are chamfered. And yeah, pretty quality stuff here from iFlight. And we got sandwich plate here. This is the one. This goes all the way on the bottom. And we got your bottom plate here. I think here this is probably about 3mm thick. Pretty big, thick camera cage area. Also, this is vertical. So yeah, doesn't look like it's going to be too difficult putting this together. So this is the back area here. It's like you can see that the carbon is kind of like in a layer there. I think it's kind of put together like this. You know, looks kind of like a jigsaw puzzle here. And you can see how it's vertical here. I think it's going to stick up on the bottom, on the back side here, if I remember from the photos. Battery strap slots there. You got little slots for your top plate. I think that's going to go in like that. So I think then this is going to go here, the bottom plate like that. So not too bad, but you know, go ahead and put this together and I'll show you how it went together. But yeah, it doesn't look like it's going to require too much effort to get this together. Okay, so I got the bottom part of the frame put together, and they thought at first that this bottom plate was symmetrical, but as you can see it does look different. This is actually the front over here, and this is the back, so a little bit of a difference. And yeah, just use the 12mm screws here and the press fit nuts on the outside screw, and then this is the long 30mm screw and press fit nut on the inside for the 30x30 stack. And there are 20x20 holes available as well if you want to use a 20x20 stack, in which case you probably need to source a different screw here and use a 12mm screw as well to just use that and then mount your 20x20 stack here. Otherwise these screws are going to be in the way. And of course if you use the long screw, you just use these little spacers here to mount your stack. That's what these are for. So they include a bunch of those. But while this frame is like this, I'll go ahead and give you measurements of the arms. Okay, so motor to motor, the distance diagonally is about 225 millimeters. The side to side is about 173 millimeters. The front to back is about 145 millimeters. So it's a typical H-style frame for freestyle, so nothing unusual about that. So at this point, I'll go ahead and finish this up. Get this top cage together, and basically just stick that on top of here, and then we'll see what that looks like when we get a weight measurement. Okay, so here it is all together. Overall, not really that bad. I think overall it took about 15 minutes to put this together. Yeah, so basically for this top section here, is these two parts here. The 26 millimeter stand-ups go here, and on the bottom over here. And then the two 28 millimeter stand-ups go here and here. And you can see that the camera cage area is a little bit wider than the top plate area. Obviously 26 millimeters here, 28 millimeters here, and that's because this is going to take full-size cameras. So it's kind of old school there. You got these cutouts here for the camera mount hole, and also the hole that it's going to adjust the angle and set the angle right there. And it's kind of cut in there because it's not a full plate. Looks like they kind of stripped part of that out there on this side and on this side. Not sure why that was necessary to be done. Maybe it's so that if you happen to have shorter screws that they'll get into the camera, but obviously you can get, those are M2 holes, and you can use any M2 size screw, so don't really think that was necessary. And then obviously this front area is separate from the back area. You can see how it's these two pieces kind of go together like a puzzle. So what I did was I just actually put the one side together, and I screwed all the stand-ups into the one side. Then I put the one side into the bottom section like that, and then I put in this top plate here and the back, don't forget those. And then I assembled the back area. So I put this on here, on this little piece here first, and screwed those in, make sure those slid into the slots. Then I put the front camera cage area in, screwed that in, and these in. So it wasn't really not much to it. And as you can see, it is a little bit sloped in the back here for the battery. So you can put your battery here and then run two straps on the back here. You have a little hole here for your video transmitter antenna at the back, like so. And obviously some sort of a GoPro mount here. Yeah, I'm pretty sure they're probably going to sell some sort of an adapter or something like that that's going to go in here. Or you can just get like I have one of those GoPro cubes that wrap around a session, and it's this TPU, and then you just stick down here, and then you wrap a battery strap around the whole thing, and that ought to stay on. That shouldn't be a big deal. So, but yeah, that's what it looks like. Pretty sharp looking. Should have plenty of room here for 3 boards for your stack. So with the skinny arms like this, 4-in-1 AC, flight controller, video transmitter, shouldn't be any issue getting a nice stack in there. Okay, so this is the weight of the whole frame without the no electronics, of course, coming in at about 118.7 grams. So, not a super lightweight frame, but of course, again, it is for freestyle. So, your overall build is probably going to be around 600 grams. So it gives you about 500 grams or so of electronics, motors, camera, ECs, everything to get your electronics in there. So it shouldn't be too bad. Obviously, these skinny arms here, we'll have to see how those hold up, but they are 5 millimeters, so this ought to have some pretty good performance. And yeah, that's pretty much it for this video. Let me know if you guys want to see this built, and if so, what kind of parts you have in mind for that, and maybe I'll take those into consideration. So leave some comments below. Let me know what you guys think, and I'll talk to you guys in the next video.